What's going on, guys? It's Mark from Prime Toy Media. Today we are looking at a throwback Peter, Exploding Peter from the Heroes NBC series back in 2008. If you don't remember the show, it was Save the Cheerleader, Save the World, and Peter was the man that was supposed to do it. Let's get started. So like I've said, guys, on this channel we are going to open toys old and new. This is from the 2008 Mezco Toys R Us exclusive. If any of you guys remember Toys R Us. Exploding Peter. This is from the scene where he gets flown up in the sky. He was supposed to blow up and destroy the city, but his brother saves him at the last second and the world by flying him up in the sky. Package is basic plastic clamshell. The back's got other figures from the series that you can get. I do have a Cheerleader Claire figure that we're going to open in a later video. But if you want to see any of these other characters, let me know and I will try to get a hold of them. But enough of this. Let's get them out of this package and get going. Inside the package here, he does have a little, quite a trading card. I cut the open real quick. It's just a piece of art. Very cool looking though. I like it. But here he is. Exploding Peter from Mezco. Peter's gonna stand in at 7 inches tall. You can see there. It's a good height. It's gonna scale well with a lot of different figures. Before we go too much farther though, the number one reason to get this guy, in my opinion, or why I got him anyway, he's translucent. Gotta love translucent figures. They glow. They glow. Always looks so good. Let me kill the main light real quick. And we'll kill this light so you can really get the effect. That is so cool. I love transparent figures. Now, I've never seen these before, so I was real excited when I seen this transparent one. And then, like I told you guys, I picked up the Claire figure that we'll open in a later video. But if you look at the detail on him, you can see the sculpt is really cool. And there's a generic version of him as well, regular painted, but that's boring. But you can see all like the little specks of power and that building up in him. Some opaque spots like around his eyes is really cool. And it just carries all the way through. And he's opaque enough where you don't see all the joints and little pins and things. They don't stand out like a lot of clear figures. But he's transparent all the way down to his feet. Now for articulation. Head. Good range of movement with his head. Tilts and turns. Uh-oh. Wow. It's the problem with old toys, guys. I literally just broke the pin in his arm. Yikes. So I'll have to take him apart. I didn't even try that hard. But his arms do move, or did, and he had a pivot, single pin elbow, swivel hand, leg front and back, single knee, a little bit of movement in the foot, not a lot. His coat comes off. So that's really cool. Got a gap in the back there. I don't know what that's from. Is that in his... I don't know if you can see that. Little like rectangle positioning. Kind of lines up with the back there. Assume that's to keep him from his coat sliding all over the place. Oh, kind of a bummer that he broke that easily. Hopefully I can fix it with a little bit of glue, or if I need to use a pin, I will. Unrelated, he does have like a weird goober on his shirt. I don't know if that's from the mold or just from age. Something to consider. Get his coat back on real quick. Oh, that's what it is. So, so the coat wasn't supposed to come off. You can see, maybe if I get my hands out of the way, he's got the rectangle blocks on the coat as well in the front to line up in his chest to keep it from sliding around. It's just, it's so old the glue doesn't hold anymore. So I'm going to get his coat back on, I'm going to glue his arm back on, and then I'm going to stick him in some poses or stand him next to some other figures so we can see how he scales with other popular figures. Alright, little CA glue, and his arm is never coming off again. It's never moving again, but it's never coming off. So if you pick up one of these guys used out of the package, be careful because he'll break easily and may have already been repaired. And if you're just going to buy one to keep in the package, then I would keep it in the package. Let's start off with the hood from the Marvel Legends line. You can see a little bit too short for Peter, unless you're calling him a 7-foot giant, right? Doesn't really work out too well. But if we stick him with one of the larger Build-A-Figure style characters, like Mr. Fixit Hulk here, not too bad. Come on, buddy, turn your head towards the camera. Everybody wants to see how purty you are. Works all right. Don't mind that at all. Where I think he'll really work out well is with the McFarlane, 7-inch figures. There he is with Superman. Looks pretty good. They scale real well together. Or if you want to, NECA Street Fighter line's not too bad either. Ken's a little short and a little stocky compared to him. So that's it. Let's get out of here on some cool pics.